Hi everyone, today we're going to work on this Happy Holidays Christmas card. This is one of the cards you will have for your make and take package for a crafty Christmas. So let's go ahead and get started. This is everything that will be in your packet. So this piece of paper, the first thing you're going to do is just fold it in half. And this will be our card base. So you can use a bone folder. I just match the corners and fold it in half. And then that one we just set aside. So the first thing I like to do is I like to stamp first, just because if I need to redo my stamping, then I can always flip it over. We're going to do, if you can see here, it's a rock and roll technique. You see how we have two colors there? So what you're going to do for that is you're going to first, and I ask you to pay attention on this part because it will make a difference with smudging the ink pads together. First, stamp in your lighter color. Go ahead and do that, and then the second color you're just gonna, it's called rock and roll, so you're just gonna kind of rock on the perimeter of it. Alright, and then I'm gonna stamp, and you see how that kind of gave us the two-tone color there. Now with my lighter color, I'm just gonna sponge around the edges. It wasn't a ton, just enough to give it a little bit of color. I have to be careful, my fingers get full of ink, and I'm just putting a little bit of ink on the sponge and in a circular motion pulling the ink onto the cardstock here. Once I've done with that, now I'm going to go ahead and mount it to this base here, using the adhesive runner. And there we are. And then I'm going to take these. I have 3 of these, and you can decide which side of these two you want to use. So I've chosen this one. We're just going to make kind of the little tip here. There's one. And I'm just identifying the center and then cutting towards it. It's not always perfect, but you really can't tell. They always look good once your card's put together. So there's that. Now we're going to adhere these to our card and do that again with the Tombow runner. Oh no, my runner is out. Alright, give me just a second. So sorry, and I don't want to pause and keep doing it because I don't have a bunch of extra kits since I made a lot of them. Okay, sorry about that. And see, I thought I was doing better with this video this time. It's just kind of some of the first video series that I'm making, so I'm getting a little bit better each time. Just mounting them however I like. I put the biggest one down first, and then this one a little bit off of it, and then this one the same. Now before I mount this to my card base, I'm going to take, you have some twine in your package, a length of twine. Just lay it down and then tie it into a little knot. Now you can still move it around before you glue it onto your base. There we go. Now see, I don't want that there, so first I'm just going to kind of figure out where I want it. Now these two little pieces, we're just going to glue those together. So I'm going to use some liquid Tombow. Just going to just attach that to that. Now that's going to just show through. I'm going to put this liquid Tombow on there for our little, if you see we have some little background. Now this is just embroidery thread. So I'm just gonna do kind of loops, and it doesn't matter how you do it. And then I'm just gonna push them into there. I love this embroidery thread, and we have gold too. Gold doesn't look too great on this card, but it's still really pretty. I'm just making loops and then sticking them onto the glue there. And you can use how much or as little or none that you want on this. I think it's really pretty. And you see it a lot in card making now. They just kind of add the extra flair with tinsel. That one doesn't want to come together. There we are. And then I'm going to attach this with some dimensionals just to give it a little bit of height on this card. That glue is going to dry, will be fine. It will also keep your tinsel on there. And I'm going to set that all aside for a second. Now this one I'm ready to attach it to my card base. And I put a lot of glue on mine just because they're handled quite frequently. Now when you mount this, make sure your card opens the right way. That's funny, when you finish your card and you're in love with it and it looks beautiful, and then you try to open it and it's upside down. We've all done it. And then just figure out how you want that. And then the last thing we're going to do is just attach a little bit of bling. Cards need a little bit of bling. And I like the bigger diamond actually, so there we are. And these ones I'm just gonna trim. You don't have to, but so there we are. So we have joy and happy holidays. Now you can't see them together, but there's the happy holidays, there's the joy.